Today we're gonna take it slow and have a better workflow. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are still working on the Fox, we're still grinding and welding into it. And today we're gonna have a little bit more workflow. Because in the last video I was, hey, I have to do this and that and try to figure everything out at the same damn time. And that is not good. You have to tackle every single problem as it comes. So the next problem that we have is the kickstand. Now, as I told you, this kickstand is for a Peugeot Fox, but it is with the original exhaust. This means that it opens up backwards. That means it goes like this. Now we don't want that, we want it to go out the normal way. So we're gonna have to do some modifications to it to make it go out normally. After we done that, we can figure out how we're gonna mount it on this bike, because we don't have the original exhaust anymore and we don't have the mounting point, so we cannot cut and grind and do everything like that. But first, let's modify this kickstand to make it go out the other way, the correct way in my opinion. So we're here at the end of the day. It's been a very long, tedious, grinding, welding day, but I got a lot of stuff done and I'm pretty happy about it. So let me show you what I did all today and explain you some more. So we started our day off with the kickstand. We modified it to make it open the other way, and as you can see, it opens correctly. It's gonna be like this on the bike. So it looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy about it, and it is ready to go on the bike. But to do that, we still have to do some other stuff, but it's ready to go. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now the next thing I did was still modify the bracket for the spring and for the exhaust and for the foot pegs and for the kickstand. Let me show you what I did. Now, because we're not running a stock exhaust, there was a little bit of play between this. Normally the exhaust slides in there and it compensated for the play that we have. So I first was thinking, hey, maybe I'm gonna have to do a plate right here with the same thickness that the gap is, but that would look ugly. So I got two washers and I welded them all around, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It almost looks like it's welded onto the case. That's not it. It's welded on the bracket, and now the whole bracket slides in smoothly and it is very, very sturdy. So I'm pretty happy about that. As you can see, my welds doesn't look that good, but it's on the underside and it looks good enough and it will be strong. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now I was planning on doing the foot pegs, or at least the bar that the foot pegs are gonna mount onto, but I forgot my 12mm drill and I couldn't do that. So I stepped over to the exhaust flange. And this is what I came up with. This is my new exhaust flange, because the previous one wasn't for this bike. It didn't fit and it was braced on there, and I don't want any brazing because we're gonna keep this clean metal. Of course, we're gonna clear coat it, so I made a brand new one. Now, the biggest hassle with making these flanges is the holes. The holes are a pain in the butt to do. First of all, I got a plate that was big enough to fit over it. Now, to make the big hole, I don't have a hole saw for metal, so I drilled a lot of small little holes all around and then just chiseled it out. Then took a file and filed it all nice and round until I could get this pipe in here. So the pipe fits absolutely snug in there. Once I done that, I had to get these holes right here. And these are the ones that are really a headache. Of course, when you're making this and you have a gasket for it, you can transfer over that, but I didn't have it, so yeah. I marked one hole with a hook, drilled it, put it all together, and then just marked the other one and drilled it and hoped that it aligned. Then I just tack welded in 3 places because that was the easiest thing to do, and then completely welded. Now, as you saw in the video, I did have a massive plate right there with the tube on there, and that is for one reason and one reason only. You can make the shape and then drill the holes, but the problem is gonna be that the aligning is gonna be a nightmare. So you're better off drilling the holes, aligning everything, welding in there, and then just marking it off and then just cut it. I told this before, this is a 2-part gasket system. We have one copper washer and then a gasket. But I'm gonna skip that whole part. I'm not gonna use the copper washer because I pushed the tube all the way through. So the copper washer can't really fit in there. I also didn't have one. I thought for the RCX it was the same, but it wasn't, so I did it this way. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna cut my own gasket. So it will fit, it will look nice, and it will be airtight. So after that, the day was pretty much over and I couldn't really start anything else because I didn't bring my drill, and I didn't want to start on the exhaust as well because I want to get a full day of working on that exhaust. And that is what we're gonna do. Next week, I'm gonna work on this exhaust. I'm gonna try to make it as nice as possible, get it all mounted up on the bike, see where I can fit it, see what I can do, cut this off, get it on the exhaust flange, see what I'm working with, what kind of tubing that I need, what bridge I had to gap. So next week I'm gonna work on this. This is gonna be a job as well because we have a lot of stuff to do. We're gonna have to remove this bracket, cut it in half, get this dent out, smooth it out, re-weld it, turn this bend, re-weld this part right here. So a lot of stuff to do on this exhaust, but I'm pretty excited about it. Once it is on the bike, we can start up the bike, then we're gonna hear how it sounds. But that is gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And if you're not already subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.